Cantik ya mama kawasan ni. Sekarang ni kita berada di salah satu kawasan kediaman elit, iaitu Sejati Residence di Cyberjaya. Rumah seterusnya yang kita nak pergi ni masih lagi mengekalkan konsep eklektik. Jadi untuk tahu lebih lanjut tentang konsep ni, apa kata kita jumpa dengan Mrs. Melanie, tuan punya rumah tu, dan juga Encik Mustaqim, dia punya pereka hiasan dalaman. Rumah dia. Jom. Hi, hello Mrs. Melanie, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Hello, Mr. Mustaqim, apa khabar?
Ya, khabar baik.
Okay, so overall, what is the overall concept of your design and
The idea of this house is we want to appreciate the guests. For example, we have it's an arch. Yeah, it's an arch. It's an arch. It's a wooden arch.
Yeah.
And then we want to celebrate guests by introducing them to all the books that Damien and Melanie love it.
Okay, so maybe you can tell me about this corner right here, about this little. Yeah, you got these two chairs and this special looking table.
Yeah, so again, we wanted to play around with the furniture instead of just having a normal space. So these are actually called emperor hunting chairs. So they're quite, so in olden China, the king would want to go hunting as well. So the chair is higher, so it's off the mat. And so you sit in it and you see this all moves. And it just makes you feel like you're in a different kind of posture.
What is this? Is this like a guest room or?
Yeah, it's a guest room.
Well, yeah, it's a guest room. So we really wanted this space to be a place where people can experience for themselves some of building biology's principles, like a totally calm sanctuary, safe from any outside and inside electromagnetic fields, which are stuff that interferes with your normal biology. So it's very calm. I don't know whether you can feel it. So, but same thing. Everything in this room, including the bed, is 100% natural. So it's latex without any foam fillers.
Yeah, maybe all the materials, everything is just natural. Even like this texture on the wall. What is this?
This wall is a clay tiles wall.
Wow.
So it absorbs humid, and then so you can feel like a bit cooler here instead of outside.
To many of us, I believe it's sort of like a new concept. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
Basically, building biology looks at the interaction between space and your health, as well as your relationship with the wider environment. So the aim is always that the space takes the occupant's health as a top priority. And it tries to, so the kind of material that you choose, whether it's the furniture or the paint or even invisible things like water or electromagnetic fields are optimal for your health. So usually it depends on what your purpose is for your space or for even your room, and you really need to optimize your space so that you can get that rest day after day to feel fresh and alive. So that's what building biology is.
Okay, boleh cerita sikit tak cabaran yang dilalui nak merealisasikan idea-idea?
Okay, masa yang diambil untuk pembinaan rumah ni lebih kurang setahun. So cabaran dia ialah macam sebab kita sebelum ni saya tak pernah buat rumah yang macam ni. So this is my first time buat rumah yang macam 100% kena natural, 100% daripada local limit semua. So kita, itu adalah cabaran yang macam kita nak cari siapakah kita punya pembina yang apa yang kita nak. Maksudnya kita nak merealisasikan idea tu, kita perlukan tukang kayu, kita perlukan tukang besi untuk membuat semua benda yang kita nak. Sometimes kita tak semua orang boleh buat benda tu. Macam especially bila berkaitan dengan craft and arts. So bila kita nak buat kerusi daripada rotan, tak semua tukang kayu nak buat benda tu. Sometimes dia orang pun tak ada kemahiran untuk membuat benda tu.
Okay, so Mrs. Melanie is up to date after seeing the house being done, or is it still, do you plan to add on, or is it still a work in progress, or?
a lot of it is done to make it livable, but it's also a work in progress because as we live, 6 months on or 1 year on, we may like for example, lights are a big part of how because lights create an artificial environment inside, so it's a big part of how we see whether it matches our lifestyle and whether we're getting the right sleep that we want. So there will be these little tweaks that we can continue to look at because your health and your life will evolve, and then you can do these little tweaks to your space.
Okay, so itu daripada segi pembinaan. What about in terms of costing? How much do you roughly the estimation of the amount spent to make it look like this, with the walls and the cabinets and the thing, just a rough estimation?
You probably on top of the cost more than us, but this is why we have to balance the design and the cost as well, so to see what is a bigger bang for the buck. So like for example, the kitchen, because it's aluminum, it does cost maybe 10 to 20% more than usual kitchens, but it has a very long warranty, so we understood the pros of it, so we were comfortable to invest in the kitchen.
Okay, so perhaps you can give us some tips or perhaps advice on how we can inject a little bit of building biology into our decors at home for those viewers at home.
Well, the first thing is the materials. So if you just look at it, like for example, of your bed, whether you're choosing organic sheets. But the second thing that people may overlook is more of the invisible things, like how the electromagnetic fields that is in your space that is put on by your electrical equipment or your wireless and your Wi-Fi. So that is invisible, but it has a very strong impact on our biology. So that's a very key thing to look at to see how you place your space and how you use your space as well.
Antara tips yang boleh anda lakukan untuk mencari ilham dekorasi impian anda, buat satu lookbook atau buku rujukan. Tunjukkan buku itu kepada mereka dalaman anda agar mereka dapat gambaran yang jelas apa yang anda mahukan. Buku itu juga membantu anda untuk membuat pilihan perabot serta dapatkan skema warna yang anda mahukan. Okay, jadi itu je masa yang kita ada dekat rumah ni sini hari ni. Jadi thank you so much Mrs. Fanny dan juga Encik Mustaqim. Okay, kita jumpa lagi. See ya. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Wah, macam narian konsep eklektik ni, oleh kerana konsep eklektik ni lah saya pilih untuk berada di kafe ni hari ni. Jadi sampai di sini saja paparan kita untuk episod kali ini dalam Deko Impian. Semoga setiap perkongsian kita ni menjadi inspirasi pada kita semua untuk menghasilkan deko impian kita yang sendiri. Tapi belum berakhir lagi. Kerana di episod seterusnya kita akan pergi ke 3 buah rumah yang berlainan pula konsepnya. Konsep apa? Di mana? Siapa yang punya? Kita jumpa lagi dalam Deko Impian seterusnya. Saya Cik Razali. Assalamualaikum.